is Cam Little out to get us started.
And off we go from Jacksonville.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Got a man, it's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. In motion right is Thomas.
Lawrence will throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Lawrence going to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw hauled in by Washington. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well.
Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 43 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
That is caught by a diving Thomas. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second year.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 17, Mike 17. What we got?
Now Lawrence.
Washington's got it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered, and this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Flush to his right. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Lawrence now going to move them around.
Hey, kill. Comes to me, it's me.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flushed out right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now Thomas will come in motion right.
Yeah, I'm coming. Over here, I'm coming. Mike 17, Mike 17. I got him.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Mike 38, Mike 38. I'm coming for you.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got some room to operate.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Jaguars have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
And now an audible here into something else. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, it's Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gainwell.
He's not going to get there. That wasn't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point in the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'll run with ETN.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Lawrence. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A handoff to Barkley. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. And we got to get to the ball.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. And he gets it down to the 32.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Etienne will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal.
Bigsby.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal.
An audible here to get a new look.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7. Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
176 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A 2-yard touchdown run.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's complete to Brown, right side. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll look to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game.